Hello Reformers and welcome back to 108 Heroes, and when we left off we were participating in kind of like a King of the Hill style Super Smash mode with Lee Yun, and it was actually really fun. Anyway, we are now in a battle with two enemy vassals that decided to come out of the garrison of the nearby castle and say hello, and I'm going to be meeting them and indeed greeting them with a very powerful weapon. Oh yes, they have no idea. They have no idea. They think I'm going to be laying out the red carpet for them with, you know, all kinds of things on a silver platter, but no, this is not going to happen. This is not going to happen in any way, shape or form. And, well, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to see if we can actually achieve victory here. I mean, this guy is obviously a vassal, so I do need to be a bit careful about how I deal with him, but I think I can actually... Oh my, I am murdering him like no one's business. Okay, I'm actually, well, not surprised, but I'm actually kind of surprised. Yes, I know, I said so anyway, but look at that. How easy it is. Wow, crazy. Okay, I was not anticipating it being so simple to eliminate him, but, well, you know, that's what's going to happen. Anyway, we're going to be doing our utmost to do as much damage as possible to the enemies. Bear in mind, these are Wu, once again. We are having to deal with them, and these guys are, well, mostly without any shields, and that's just the way I like them, because that means I can kill them very quickly, and my archers don't really have too much to worry about, and that's fantastic. So hopefully we'll be able to continue doing this, and I will be able to head into the castle just afterwards and see if we can maybe do something about that as well. Now bear in mind that the castle actually does have a pretty strong vassal nearby, so that might be a bit problematic. I mean, you know, a vassal with 170, yeah, 170 units might be a bit difficult for us. But he does have a very interesting title. His title is King of Wu, so I'm actually wondering whether he is actually the liege, because I know that some titles are just given because he might be, you know, a pseudo king or something. It's kind of, you know, it makes me think of like a Pokemon or something. If I were to call him pseudo king, because it's kind of like a mesh of, you know, pseudo Woodo and I don't know, Nido King or something. I mean, you know, those guys. You know, it's a very long time ago. I don't know. Anyway, point is that. It kind of reminds me of those names kind of being merged together in some hilarious fashion. So anyway, this looks to be a pretty done deal. I'm going to just kill the rest of these archers, and then we're going to see whether we can fight the King of Wu himself. Now, there's one thing that I am a bit, well, not entirely sure of right here. Now, this is obviously the castle that we were nearby to. There was a person with 170. He ran away. Don't exactly know why he would decide to do that, but I think it has something to do with the fact that there was a very large amount of vassals passing by, and I saw them very briefly. They were like on the very edge of my spotting skill, and I thought to myself, oh, okay, that's the reason why this guy's running away, because he was called on a campaign, I assume. Yeah, he was called on a campaign, and, well, he's not really going to want to stick around here, is he? No, not at all. Anyway, we're going to be telling our forces to charge straight on in here, including the archers, because the archers are probably going to have a much easier time if we are on the battlements. This is also going to be... Oh dear, this is interesting. I'm actually kind of surprised I got through here, to be honest. Okay, let's try and kill the archers as quickly as we can. Bear in mind that Wu archers are not exactly the most extremely good unit, so we don't have to worry too much about them, but we are going to be receiving many more reinforcements coming in here. I'm going to try and get my moon sword a little bit of experience, and this castle, I gotta say, is probably not the best thing for us to try and take, because it is very deep in enemy territory. So it's gonna be kind of a challenge, and I think that's kind of fun. So I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, I'm up to the challenge, because as we've seen in previous episodes, Bear Wave is extremely powerful with his two-handed hooked sickle. You know, he's just capable of, well, basically rending through every single enemy that, you know, he comes across. So it is pretty easy for him to do that. And, well, I'm hopeful that we will be able to get some more refined stone as we go forward as well. Oh yeah, also, someone told me, oh no, now I've forgotten the name of the guy, but someone told me that there is a fantastic reward, or something special happens if you mind read a certain guy from the Zhao Kingdom. I think I'm gonna take a look at the notes, or shall we say, take a look at the quest. Actually, should I take a look at it right now? Let's take a look at it right now, actually, because I think I can maybe remember if I see the guy's name. Or maybe not, as the case may be. Is it Heaven Shaking Thunder? I think it might be Heaven Shaking Thunder. I think that guy has something special about him, so maybe we are going to go over there. It really depends. Obviously, we're right now being kind of busy, you know, we're being kind of busy in attempting to take this castle. But the point is that, yeah, I don't think I've just, you know, missed your comment or something. But yeah, I can't remember the name of the guy, so I'm gonna have to check out the comments and see what's going on there, see which guy you're referring to, and hopefully we will be able to do that in a later episode, because I think this episode's probably going to be taken up with this siege, as well as obviously potential defense of the fief. So we'll see how that goes, but I'm pretty happy with what's going on so far. We've got 203 experience with our moon sword, and it is going up and up and up, which is fantastic. All right, I think we're pretty good here, actually. I think we're pretty good, and it's just a case of slaughtering the rest. Well, there it is, a victory for us. I did end up switching to my two-handed to take care of some of the enemies because, well, it was actually a little bit too much damage being taken from me right there with the shorter range moon sword. Anyway, there we go. We have a whole bunch of people actually leveling up as well, which is fantastic. And we are able to take a huge amount of knights as well as take some captured enemies prisoner too. So I'm pretty happy with that. Let's take another one of these warhorses, I suppose. Should I ask this to be awarded to us? Now that's the big question here. Personally, I actually don't want it, so I'm actually going to say no. And we're going to get, look at this. Fantastic. We have a general who pacifies the North official, and we are getting 2,000. We're getting additional strength, additional agility, and all that wonderful stuff. And now we can wait here for some time. As you can see, that guy was just about to get into our business, and that would have been very bad indeed. So I'm happy with that. Anyway, there's my current wages. We're not having a very good time in terms of our wages. I'm going to have to do something about that. Maybe do a couple of tournaments or something like that, and then maybe try to invest in some business or something. But as it stands right now, can't really do anything about it because we are here. Yeah, now the reason why I chose this castle is because it is actually not even that far away from our previous one over here. So technically, you know, it's pretty decent to defend. And speaking of defense, are we going to have to do it? Doesn't seem like it just yet, so I think we might have gotten away with it. Well, that went very, very well indeed. Look at that insane amount of damage right there. Yeah, so we're actually currently embroiled in a battle with some mountain bandits, and well, this is going to go pretty well because we have already made, look at this, we've already made most of their forces either give up or just entered some kind of panic state. So pretty happy with that. As you can see, they are all converging on me, and of course, because I have some pretty significant armor, we don't really have to worry about them too much. We certainly don't, and that's the main reason why I'm staying here, actually, because I don't want these guys to actually lance our friends that are currently streaming across the map. And wow, there's actually a huge amount of them. There's actually 119 of these guys, and well, I'm actually hoping that we'll get some refined stone at the end of this. Alright, so I have traveled quite far to get to the Zhao territory because it seems like the castle that I just took is not actually being attacked from anyone, so I'm pretty happy with that. Anyway, we are now going to be heading into the mind reading. I am given a bow, and I have a pretty nice sword by the looks of things, so I think we should be okay. Seems like no one else has a ranged weapon. I'm a bit worried about that person right there. Oh, there we go. Yes, that's Guan Sheng. He's very good with his blade. Very, very deadly indeed. And maybe I'll be able to win with the bow. Do bear in mind that I'm absolutely terrible with bows on horseback, so this might take some time, but, well, at least we're out of harm's way, I suppose you could say. Even though I am taking a bit of damage here and there. Let's get a headshot. Get a headshot. Come on now. Yes. Yes, I'm very good at this, as you can plainly tell. Very nice. This guy's eating arrows like candy. What's going on with him? I don't know. But whatever the case, I guess we'll... you know what? I'm just going to switch to my other weapon here. And we'll see if I can maybe do some damage this way. He has a lance, this guy, so I guess what I could do is just try and take him off his mount. That's not really going to... Ooh, that was bad. Okay, bear in mind... I cannot get below 50% HP. I still have 4 arrows. Let me just waste them all. Yes, there we go. Okay, so at least I hit a little bit towards the end there. Yeah, I'm actually thinking, does anyone have any arrows? Oh, does this guy have arrows? Yes, I think he does, actually. Oh, that's interesting. Or maybe they're arrows that I have just literally left on the floor. That could be the case. Do I have... No, I don't have any healing. Ugh, now I feel sad, because look at that. I would have been able to easily murder them. Alright, so I've actually just gotten off my mount this time around, because I thought to myself, okay, what's an easier way of dealing with these enemies? Well, getting off your mount and actually doing some damage like this, considering... Oh dear. That didn't work out. Well, we've eliminated one of them, and I still have 33 arrows remaining, and they are both off their mounts. So I'm actually going to go first person. Oh yeah, first person apparently is the way to go, or at least maybe for that one guy. I don't know. This guy is going to take a long time. Okay, never mind. He's not going to take a long time. Alright, so what is he actually going to give us? Give me something nice. He increased my looting skill by 1. Alright, so I think I've found the guy that I was talking about previously, and I think this is the fellow that was mentioned in the comments, so we'll see whether that is actually the case, because, oh my, what do I have here? I have a gun? This is interesting. Okay, was not anticipating this. This is not gonna work out too well, I think. Am I actually firing, or... No, yeah. Am I firing anything right now? Because it feels to me like I'm not actually firing anything. So I guess I'm just going to get out my sword, do this the old-fashioned way, because I don't seem to be able to hit anything. But, well, maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just being a little bit terrible. That could be the case. Let's face it. Okay, come on now. Let's do some damage to him. Yes, yes. Well, this guy's taking, well, a lot of damage, that's for sure. Okay, let me bring out my pistol again and see if I can do some damage against this guy. Okay, so it does actually do damage. I just very, very badly need to be extremely accurate with it, so kind of difficult, considering I'm on horseback as well. But it's kind of rare to see a pistol in these times, I would say. I mean, I've only seen thrown weapons and what? Bows, and have we seen crossbows? Yeah, I think we've seen crossbows a little bit. Anyway, whoa, this guy's got a huge amount of athletics. Wow, how crazy. Alright, so what is he gonna give me? Aha! He's given me Mini Heaven Shaking Thunder, which I assume is the pistol. Which, as it turns out, is the pistol. Kind of amazing. I am actually unsure how I'm supposed to use this, though. I don't know whether... What's that? A Lordly Sky Shield? That looks cool. Okay, I actually did not realize that I got this. I guess I got that when I got promoted, I think. That's probably it. Anyway, this thing is insane. Alright, so after our little mind-reading expedition over to the Zhao, I decided, hey, you know what, it's about time that we go back and do a little bit more sieging. So that's exactly what we're doing here. We have returned to Wu territory because they only have a very small amount of fiefs remaining, and I kind of felt like maybe it would be an idea to try and, well, just reduce their territory even further, because if we can actually get these guys to be completely eliminated, then I think we're going to be in a pretty good position. Actually, wait a minute. I'm actually going to check something real quick. Going to check something over here. And is Wu actually in the book itself? No, Wu is not actually in the book itself, not at the moment at the very least, because as far as I'm aware, I believe I saw someone leaving a comment that basically said that not all of the heroes are actually included in the book at the moment, because obviously the mod is still technically in development, and so that's obviously a bit of a thing. Anyway, I am actually pretty happy about the fact that Wu is not in the book, because that means that I don't have to worry about them kind of disappearing, if you know what I mean, and just going somewhere else, so that I potentially cannot then find them to do the mind reading itself. So pretty happy with that. Anyway, I actually did look around in a couple of towns along the way here and attempted to try and find some bullets for our newly acquired pistol, and I have not been able to find any bullets. So I'm not entirely sure whether you need bullets or whether it's just a weapon that works without any, but I wouldn't assume that to be the case. Maybe maybe I should have tried it out, actually. That maybe would have made more sense. But, well, whatever the case, I'm pretty happy with what we're doing right here. I'm actually going to tell my people to charge in now. I'm going to tell my cavalry and infantry and companions to charge in. We'll leave our archers outside just until we have cleared out the battlements significantly, and then we'll tell them to charge in and see what we can do. Now, obviously, these guys are going to be pretty harsh for us, so I'm just going to get out my polearm and try and do as much damage as possible. Whoa, we got Li Yun going in there like no one's business. Look at that. He's actually just charging straight on in without any well, self-preservation whatsoever. They do say that someone without self-preservation tendencies, or someone that generally is less concerned about being injured, is a better fighter. So that must make me amazing, because I just run in and get myself killed very easily. I'm just kidding about that, obviously, but yeah, they do say that. They do say that self-preservation is definitely a thing that people generally need to have at a pretty low tolerance to be, you know, decent fighters, at least in boxing terms and various other martial arts and things like that. But anyway, let's see if we can do some damage here. I'm going to try and do as much damage as I possibly can with my massive two-handed hooked sickle. This is basically going to be required, I think, for us to be able to achieve victory here, so I'm just going to try and do as much damage as I possibly can. I mean, you can see how much damage we're able to deal here. It's just insane, the amount of reach we have, the amount of damage we're able to deal, and I think if I'm actually up against a couple of archers, I might decide to switch to my moonsword again, because obviously it still needs to level up, you know, my moonsword does still need that experience, but as it stands, I kind of don't want to use it that much, because it does tend to get me damaged a little bit more than the two-handed, which is kind of amusing considering there's actually a shield attached to the moonsword. So, you know, generally you're going to be having much more defense than with the two-handed, especially against archers, of course, but the main problem with it is that it's very short. You know what I mean? So the reach is going to be really, really difficult to utilize. And as you can see, I just took a huge amount of damage right there because I had to get out of the way. Now with the two-handed, I probably would not have taken that damage because I could have just stayed away and done as much damage as I needed to do. So that's generally something to take into account. And I've now advanced in level. Yes, we are now level 31. Fantastic. That's really, really good. Okay, so maybe I can do something here. Unfortunately, these two-handed maces that they tend to have, they're actually really good at crushing through blocks and things. So I think I'm actually just going to switch back to my two-handed for the moment, because I can actually outrange those. And as you can see, it's just so much blatantly more effective. Female Tiger has advanced in level. All of my companions are leveling up like no one's business, so it is really, really good. Anyway, we're just going to continue doing some damage, and there are about 300 units in the garrison here, so we are going to need to burn through quite a significant number. Have I told my archers to charge in? Yes, I've told my archers to charge in now, so hopefully they're going to be assisting us. A lot of my companions are actually taking fatal damage here, but that's okay. You know, that's just how it has to be. And 10 feet of blue has also advanced in level. That's pretty fantastic. Because we do want her to be able to use that masterwork bow. If you recall, we gained a masterwork bow previously in the series, and it requires 8 in power draw. Yes, 8. It's pretty crazy, right? Oh dear. Well, this is also not too good. I think I might be dead. Might be dead? Maybe? Oh, yeah. Okay, a little bit of extra. Oh, there we go. Okay, a little bit of extra defense on my part right there. And, oh, did you see that? he took us out with 1 damage. He took us out with 1 damage. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. Considering I had literally just got 92 kills, they are almost dead, basically. So that is really sad. Anyway, this guy actually did gain some strength, gained some two-handed weapon increase as well. And I suppose we'll just build the ladders. Now, thankfully, Li Yun, as you can see right here, enables us to basically build these in 2 hours, which is so incredibly fast. And there are only 19 enemies remaining. Really? Really? Come on now. Well, that's just how it is. That's just how it is. Sometimes, you know, you have to just deal with what you have to deal with. And in this case, 19 enemies is what we have to deal with. Now, Li Yun's already up there. I personally feel like I need to increase my athletic skill or something so that I can actually start to move quicker on the battlefield as well, especially without a mount. I actually have a decent amount of riding skill, but I think my athletic skill is kind of behind. It's kind of behind in terms of Li Yun and the various other vassals, because I don't know whether you've seen in this episode, and indeed in others, that whenever we do a mind reading or something, you can always tell that the vassal in question is so incredibly fast on their feet. And that could very, very much help us out in future. You know, running away, chasing down people, so on and so forth. Pretty awesome. Anyway, I have a pretty significant amount of people that I can now take and recruit and indeed rescue here, which I am really happy about. But unfortunately, I don't have that much space, as you can see. It's really sad. But there's not much I can do. Guess I could just swap out the guards and I could get some more of the sky archers, I guess. But yeah, that's basically all I can do, and we will be taking a couple of captured enemies. Oh, there we go, we actually found some refined stone. That's fantastic. So that means I need another 1, and then I can actually upgrade my hooked sickle once again. But unfortunately, it doesn't have the best bonus stat right there. Han Invader is not the best. The one of the best ones is increasing damage to a certain kind of unit, so infantry or archers or something like that would have been much better. But anyway, that will be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.